Alright, welcome back to my channel. We have a special guest today. My sister.
Oh, we just started. Hello.
Yay! Today's video is going to be very different. Obviously, it's not a vlog. And you're going to hear some kids.
Some babies.
Some babies. And a toddler probably screaming in the background. But we thought we would come do this video and ask each other some questions about being a mom, momhood, while we do our makeup, because you'll need a full face when you're a mom. So we hope you enjoy this. If you are new to this channel, please like and subscribe. We'll be posting a little bit more frequently. The only thing is, again, I have a toddler and a baby, so I'm trying to make it work.
Turn on your bell notifications.
And your bell notifications. I'm always hella blind without my glasses. Alright.
Yeah, that's why I have to get my contacts again.
So, my sister and I, babies, my sister and I are 9 years apart. She is a first-time mom to a beautiful baby girl who is almost 1. And I guess you can consider yourself a young mom.
Yeah.
I would say you're a young mom.
Well, mom had you at my age.
Right. Our mom, she was
25.
No, 30.
No. When she had me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the trend kind of stayed, I guess, for me with my mom. She had babies later on in life, like my sister, obviously. But I had my kids, my first when I was 30, and then, sorry, like I said, we have babies.
Yeah, babies.
Yeah, when I was 30, I had my first, and then 33. Yes, 33, because I'm going on 34. Okay. So, how is it being a new-time mom?
It's hard. Not gonna lie. It's fun, but it's mostly hard for me. Just because it's, I've always been a great auntie.
That's true. We've been aunts first.
But they were never mine, so I could always give them back. But now this one's mine, so I have to step up.
It's true.
It's a job.
It
is a job.
You're taking care of a little human.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And our little humans are very active lately.
Yes, they are. They rely on us, so it's a lot harder. Like, it's just a process of learning how to switch up your life,
Yeah.
but still make it all work together and hope for the best.
I think my new-time mom experience was hard because obviously I was a first-time at anything. But yes, like we had our nephew first. He just turned 12, guys. Just turned 12. So we've had, some learning experiences. And I feel like my whole first-time mom experience, yes, baby. My first-time mom experience, I think, would be hard because of the sleep. I remember coming out of the hospital and I had like such a mental breakdown because the other thing is breastfeeding, right? So breastfeeding in itself it's hard to accept if you can't produce. And I was late. My son lost a lot of weight, so that was something I was stressing over. Other than that, I enjoyed watching him grow. He's a smart little kid. Even my niece, like watching her grow, like all the things that she does, knowing that my sister is a new-time mom, amazing. Kids retain so many things when they're young.
Yeah, it's just her. She's only 9, well, about to be 10 months. But it's just amazing how much she knows already, and without like teaching her. Like, she's so strong-willed. Like, she's smart. She'll step on her little train track in her playpen to make herself taller so she can see everything instead of stretching her neck out. She's just really intelligent. Like, I know everyone says that about their kid, that they're super smart, but
they are.
Mine's pretty damn smart.
When you can't match your shade.
Because our skin tone.
It's our skin tone.
I can't be bothered. I know some people like to do their eyebrows first.
Yeah.
But I don't like that process just because I, like, my foundation does this on my eyebrow. I was like, yeah, I'm going to cover up what I just did if I need to do my...
We've learned a lot.
We've learned a lot, but we're still not professionals.
We know how to get by.
Yeah.
All right, my second question. The labor and delivery. As a new-time mom, obviously. New-time mom. Is it scary? What is the worst fear of giving birth? And what is, like, the one thing that you were like, wow, that was so easy?
So basically, for me, I was nervous going into it. Just because I don't know, right? It's the not knowing.
And in a pandemic.
I couldn't have my mom, which is, I'm a mama's girl, 100%. And if I could have had her there, I would have been great.
Sorry about that. We had to have, calm the kids down. But yeah, you were saying that you didn't have mom in the room.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, I'm a big mommy's girl. But as much as I wanted to have her in the room, I feel like I'm glad I didn't, because I did amazing, honestly, in my opinion. Like, I think we went to the hospital around like 4 in the morning. Was in labor till about, in the hospital, what is it, active labor?
Active labor, yeah.
Active labor until, I don't even remember. My water broke in the hospital on the bed. Like, it had not fully broken yet. But, I had her at 1:34. They literally were like, okay, so you could be pushing for 30 minutes or you can be pushing for 12 hours.
I
looked at my labor and delivery and I'm like, not happening. So, honestly, like, the pushing part I thought was gonna, like, be difficult for me. But it wasn't, thankfully.
That's good.
It was a pretty good delivery for most. Like, my nurse, my doctor, like, everyone was saying, like, that was a pretty good labor. Like, that wasn't too bad. I'm like, well, thanks. Like, I was expecting to definitely feel, like, more nervous, more anxious, because I already am a nervous and anxious person.
Right.
But thankfully I didn't. I mean, my boyfriend was a great support. He held my hand through everything. So that's what really helped me out too. And my labor was great. The hospital stay I hated.
That's unfortunate.
Especially because of the pandemic.
Guys, if you see me squint, it's because I'm really blind without my glasses. That is why I'm squinting.
I would have been squinting too, but thankfully I just got contacts again.
Yeah, the hospital stays were unfortunately not the greatest. Second time around for me either. And I mean, some of the hospital staff, amazing, don't get me wrong. But they want you in and out.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
My labor and delivery was great. Like, honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better labor and delivery. My stay just sucked.
And it's like the food they give you is horrible.
Honestly, the one day they just gave me like a little small pack of cereal. It was great. I loved every second of it. I was like, how do you expect someone to get their milk supply if you're feeding them cereal?
And yeah, that's the other thing.
Like, literally one of those small, like, to-go packs.
Yeah. My first time around giving birth, like, obviously, like she said, don't know what to expect. But it was also that pressure to know whether or not you're breastfeeding or not. And I decided to breastfeed, which thank God, like, came in late. Like, my first time around, my milk came in late. Second time around, we were good in that department. But here in Canada, they want you to do it twice, a good latch twice, and then they'll sign off on it, whatever it is.
Yeah, but they don't realize your nipples are freaking raw. They obviously know that, but it's not like it matters to them.
Yep.
They just want to make sure your baby's latching properly.
So, with Ezekiel, for my second, he was... it's like a whole-on story. That's another video, but let me see. He was in a hurry, so he reached his due date on the 28th of July. And, of course, that was, like, the epic center of this whole pandemic. I feel like from April and on, it's like nobody had the best labor and delivery experience from the people that I knew that were pregnant. And needless to say, I walked into the room to delivery, and they took my registration. Like, my water broke everything. They took my registration, and then I was sitting in the waiting room for
At like 11?
6 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
So they had forgotten about me. That was the major thing. They had forgotten about me, and I was starting to labor while I was waiting. And mind you, they were saying the rooms aren't available. The rooms aren't available. Like, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to hold it? Like, the kid wants to come out. The kid wants to come out. So they were using one of the rooms as a labor and delivery triage, I guess. And I went in, didn't come out. That's how that went. Because I was so, like, in active labor. I forget the term. You sent it to me. Where a kid comes out by himself or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
And
I remember that.
my husband, he wasn't allowed in.
Careful.
My kids are daredevils. Alright, so, yes, my husband, he came in. They let him in, surprisingly, because they're like, I don't have any rooms to put her in, so she's staying here. And, mind you, every doctor that night, or the doctor on call, the doctor that was on the other side of the actual labor and delivery floor, came in. He's like assessing me, and he's like, all right, we'll see you later. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay. And then, of course, I was laboring so hard that it got to the point that I was ready to push. And they called the doctor. The doctor was dealing with another lady who was, I think, pushing for like 6 hours or something like that. And the nurse was hilarious because I had gone to the washroom, and what felt like I needed to go number one, no, that was baby. Baby was here. So, doctor comes rushing in. He's like, oh, I didn't think that was gonna take so, no, what was his words? I didn't think that I would see you soon. Soon.
I don't think he realized, was it a he or a she? I don't think he realized this was your second baby.
Yeah.
Because for me, like, when I started, like, feeling contractions, the weekend that I was supposed to have her on the 5th of June. I ended up having her on the 10th. I was supposed to get induced on the 10th, but she came naturally. Everything I've been reading, it says if you're a first-time mom, like, go to the hospital. Like, go.
Anything you read on the freaking hospital website, don't believe it.
Yeah.
Don't believe it.
But so that entire weekend, because there had been times where, like, I wasn't feeling her move as often as she was. I was, like, I thought I had lost my mucus plug. That doesn't mean anything in my case. In her case, it meant everything.
Yep.
For her first. in my case, I lost my mucus plug and I lasted like 4 more days chilling, not worrying. But the last day, I was being monitored when I wasn't feeling her move. I was being monitored for her contractions, her movements, all that. And I had started getting back pains in the hospital, but that to me
Was nothing.
because I chronically have back pain, like lower back pain, not like self-diagnosed, mind you. But I've always had lower back pain. So
Dr.
to me, that wasn't anything. Once I got home, it was already like midnight. So me and my boyfriend, we went to bed. And then later on in the night, I'm like, oh, this kind of freaking hurts. Like, what's going on? And I'm like, is this it? Is this it? So basically, I didn't listen. Like, I'm my mother to the T. My mom, every labor, she said, I started having lower back pains with every single one of us. So I don't know why that didn't come to play in my mind, but I was having lower back pains. That was my contractions. I had timed them. I had took a shower. I was like, this is it. Went to the hospital. I was already like 4 centimeters dilated, I believe.
Yeah.
I didn't dilate any more
Than that.
I did 2 more centimeters. And then from there on, I didn't. So they had to give me the
Pitocin?
Pitocin. Was it?
No, oxytocin.
Oxytocin. Yeah. So then from there, like, that's when my water broke. That's when everything else started happening after that. But honestly, like, I had a great, I don't know, besides that, like, we went to 2 different hospitals.
We did.
So my boyfriend was allowed in the moment I was admitted into the hospital. I had known a girl previous to her delivery, same thing. He wasn't allowed in at all until she was in active labor.
Sorry, we had to take a little intermission. Where were we?
Something about labor and delivery. Basically,
we had
decent delivery,
shitty experience. As in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. Yours doesn't smell.
No, it doesn't. Anyway, sorry.
That doesn't smell like chocolate.
It's not chocolate, but okay, so post delivery, I know that you had a little bit of a problem with breastfeeding, so I don't know if you want to tell them your experience. Huh? Did you just?
I don't know how, but I did. Yeah, I was producing, but my nipples were so raw, like nothing was helping, and it hurt. So I sourced to bottle feeding, and honestly, no shame in your game if you're bottle feeding, because you gotta feed your child no matter how. Right. Like, yeah, breast is best, but sometimes breast isn't functioning.
Right.
Or, like, thankfully I never got, like, mastitis or any, like, clogged ducts or anything like that, but...
Mommy, ich wake up.
Shh.
It's okay. Yeah, thankfully I didn't get any of that, but it was a struggle because you just want to be able to
feed your kid,
feed my child naturally how I'm supposed to. And, like, yeah, I was also really bad at the, like, supply and demand. I was really bad at that. Like, oh, my boobs hurt now, okay, let me feed her. Or, oh, my boobs hurt now, let me pump. But even pumping, like, I went through 3 different pumps.
Yeah.
Because, like, either...
And I think, sorry to cut you off, I think with the whole pump situation, Everybody has obviously their own go-to. And I mean, power to you if you decide to just manually do it, because that's what I ended up doing it.
I went through 4 pumps.
Yeah. So I know that at the end of the day, I don't want to offend any moms or anybody on here, but
it's what your body can do better.
Yeah.
And what you prefer. Like I enjoy pumping, but at the same time, I like to breastfeed because I didn't have to wash crap or wash bottles continuously.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's also the money thing.
Yeah, that too.
Pumps
are expensive.
They are expensive.
Bottles are expensive.
Parts
are expensive.
And I get it. Like, I know some moms are gonna be like, well, that's the package. Like, that's why you have baby showers. But not everybody.
Not during a pandemic.
Yeah, not everybody got one.
I think that's the one thing that got me the most. I was so excited to have a baby shower. Like, I was maybe selfish, but I'm like, that's my baby shower. I've been to like tons.
Supported a lot of women. Like, no, I get it.
I've been to baby showers. I loved going to baby showers. I was genuinely excited to have my own baby shower.
And you know what? Like, now looking back at it, especially we did a birthday drive-by with our nephew, now that we know how it works. And so I should have...
wasn't popular yet. Though,
yeah.
Because it just had happened. So,
but mind you, a lot of my mom's family friends did come through to support.
Mm-hmm. And my friends did also. Like, I got stuff that I made a registry planning to have the baby shower.
Yeah.
But I ended up making like a Facebook group. Like, if you could.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I got almost...
She got everything
stuff.
minus bottles. Like,
I don't think I put bottles on the registry.
No, we did. We did. We put bottles on.
I know there were some things I'm like, I don't know why I didn't put that on the registry.
It's just, and I mean, like, the tradition here on my husband's side is you don't have a second baby shower because you already have majority of the other things. But in our culture, like, every single baby people have, like, we'll
have a baby shower.
We'll have a baby shower.
But thankfully for you, you had a boy.
Yeah.
So you had, like, kept majority of, like, clothes and stuff.
Mind you, my husband, I love you, babe, because I know you're watching this. He got rid of 3 months and up. So we had everything but 3 months and up. And I mean, Zeke, he's a big boy. So he fit into like 12 months clothes at an earlier age. But yeah, that was rough. And again, the difference between Alonzo and Ezekiel and my kids, a lot of things that were considered, cheap, like bottles were one, the pumps were another. Like, the difference in price.
What, like in 2.5 years? 2.5 to 3 years?
Crazy. That's insane to me. And I guess, like, a lot of people, like, there's a lot of moms out there that have, like, all these hacks, and I want to be that mom.
Mm-hmm.
But they were able to reuse a lot of their things. And, thankfully with us, like, yes, we reused the clothes, but we also had, like, the pump that I barely used that I gave to her. So we ended up cleaning it up, but she ended up using it for a little bit.
And then I had 2 used pumps.
Right.
They both worked great, but I needed a double pump.
Yeah.
Because trying to double pump with one at once, it it really wasn't sufficient for me. I needed two going at the same time and walking around and doing stuff, or like being able to do stuff.
To do it, yeah.
But for me, it was more the I don't know, water intake, all that stuff. I don't feel like, I feel like I was doing what I needed to do, but my body still wasn't producing what it needed to provide.
Right.
So honestly, formula is just...
It was easier.
It was easier.
That's
it's
okay.
what I had to do. Yes, it included washing bottles and hand doing it. I got like the baby Breza. I don't know. That helped me a lot. I just call it the baby Keurig because it's what it is.
Yeah.
It helps me out so much more. It helps us, like, it helps me ask my boyfriend, can you make a bottle? You just have to press a button. It's great.
Fantastic.
It's honestly, it's the best.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to put on my eyebrows. Yeah, we were just saying our makeup routines have changed so differently. And that was going to be my question to you. As a mom now, what did you at first stop? Something that you stopped doing that you absolutely love?
My makeup, period. That stopped.
And then something that you kind of are like, holy, I can do that? Like...
I don't know. I just feel like my makeup kind of just stopped. Like, it wasn't my first priority anymore. Where, like, when I didn't have a baby or when I was pregnant, I would take 1 to 2 hours, not just doing my makeup. Like, I'd be listening to podcasts or watching YouTube videos or listening to music. You know those music breaks you get into while doing your makeup?
Right.
There's no stopping you.
Right.
No stopping. So yeah, that for me was more, it wasn't hard because I was used to not doing makeup all the time, as I was when I was like 19.
This girl was always on point with her makeup.
I don't feel like I am as much anymore because I did stop. So it was a little, a bit harder to adjust per se. I feel like now, I'm kind of, I still don't do it too fast.
I think once you start getting the hang of it,
yeah,
then you start going back to, you know, the things that you love. And obviously, mama's self-care is everything. Self-care is everything.
100%.
Don't forget about that.
And don't, sorry, a quick backtrack to breastfeeding. Do not let anyone, not your mom, not your grandma, not your sister, anyone who's had a baby before, don't let them make you feel bad for not breastfeeding.
Look at this. Like, it oxidized. And now I look like I have a white...
Put on concealer. Blend it out.
Like, really? Okay. Anyway, sorry.
Don't let them pressure you or make you feel bad, even though, like, postpartum, it's a hard-ass thing. Like, you feel already, like you're gonna self-doubt yourself all the time. You're gonna think, are you doing the right thing? Or, like, should I get advice from other people? Which is fine. Like, I'm not saying ignore all advice. But when it comes to breastfeeding and bottle feeding, you know what is right
your best
for your child.
Right.
If you don't want to breastfeed, don't. If you want to breastfeed, go ahead.
We're no experts, obviously. Disclaimer, we're no experts.
No. But I'm an expert at my life.
Exactly.
So, you will feel put down or mom-shamed or, like, may feel like you're not doing enough as a mom. I went through it with a lot of people, like my own family.
Yeah, that's in a Spanish culture. in a Spanish world.
Yeah.
You gotta learn to take it with a grain of salt.
Even still, I will see all my friends who are now having babies. Their baby be fat and huge and chunky and it's so cute, but they're breastfeeding, whereas I didn't. So I'm like, frick, I really wish I could have. I was still breastfeeding. I didn't completely stop, but I wasn't producing like enough for her to be like satisfied throughout the day. Yes, baby. So yeah, just do you. You will know what is right for your child and for you.
Right.
Because if you statistically look at what breastfeeding is, it's a full-time job. You're breastfeeding every 3 hours, which is cluster feeding, probably every 30 minutes to an hour.
That was brutal.
Sleep regression.
Mm-hmm.
Wanting to drink coffee, but geez, if you drink coffee and you're breastfeeding, let me tell you, I made that mistake.
Yeah, listen.
She was wired.
My 3-year-old drinks it already. He'll just, I'm not looking, he'll drink it already. And you know what? I drank with both of them.
So did I, but after, when you're able to, like, it's not like, and I didn't drink it black anymore, because I had just gotten used to drinking it black before I got pregnant. Then I was like, well, okay.
I think with me, going back to that, you know, getting used to your life type thing, I don't know why I thought with 2 I would be like, piece of cake. No, hell no. Hell no. Ladies with multiples, I praise you. That is insane. 2 are driving me up the wall. And thinking about having a third, maybe. But starting like a routine is very important. Mind you, we still don't have bedtime down, and I don't think we ever will. So setting a routine for yourself is great. Like this morning, I texted her, I was like, my kids are still sleeping. And it was like 7:45.
Yeah, my kid woke up and I'm still sleeping.
Oh.
It's kind of crappy because the one thing about me as a mom, before being a mom, I love sleeping in.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, when I say I love sleeping in, my sleeping in is only till like 9:30 max. I'm not like a 12 o'clock and I've wasted most of my day.
Right.
It's never been like that. Even when I would like go out and drink, I would still wake up at 9:30. It's just what my body was used to.
This is the truth. You don't have Spanish parents until you know.
So for me, like, waking up at an early time, or like waking up and then having my day at like 7, I only did when I was working. So it's still an adjustment. I'm still not used to it. Like, I would love to say it gets better. But for me,
Sleep when you're dead. Sleep when you're dead.
Yeah, for me, in my case, that is not the case. I like my sleep. I love my naps. I mean, I guess I'll sleep later in life.
I mean, when she's 18. Not even,
because I'll be like, I don't need stuff.
Where'd you go?
Except I plan to not. I plan to be like, not a better parent than our parents, but
our parents did what they could.
Yeah.
No matter what, they did what they could.
I would like to be less strict per se.
Yeah.
They weren't as strict.
All right.
Enough about breastfeeding.
Right. So for me, I think it's now. Because I've gone through my whole cancer episode. That's another video coming. I feel your fitness is very important. Your health, the way you eat, sleep. Those things before, like to me, I remember my 20s, I would be out partying, all that nice stuff. And now it's like, you go back and you're like, oh, my parents had a point. And obviously you don't want to say that, but also girls' nights don't exist when you're a mom.
Literally.
I mean, you go, if you're lucky, you can, you know.
Sometimes like you get like, oh yeah, I can come, or I can figure out like a babysitter. But they don't even exist right now because of the pandemic. Like,
Yeah.
It just sucks. But besides that, like, oh, my baby. Get me, amor.
And anything that can keep you sane now.
Yeah. Anything, like, for her, like, yes, fitness is such a big thing, but I'm just so unmotivated, undisciplined. It's just hard. I don't know. I have to get back into the groove. I used to work out like years ago, and I was doing like a really good job and not eating bad.
But it also factors, and that's what I mean. Like, it also factors like the support you have, because if you don't have the support, like I know a lot of ladies that have to take care of their kids, right, first. Like I was lucky enough to have my husband home for 3 months. Okay, not lucky because he got laid off for a little bit because of the pandemic, but I was able to continue on with my workout regime. And
well, you were working out with Alonzo. You were just going to the gym at like 5 in the morning.
oh yes,
I remember. I'd be waking up. I'd be like, where is she going?
yes, let's not remind me of that. Yeah, I think I'm done, by the way. I know you're taking longer.
I'm almost done.
I think all in all, it's like, it's such a huge blessing. Everybody knows that. To become a mom, become a parent, it's like God chose you were a kid for that sole purpose, that whole reason. I know that a lot of ladies do struggle to become pregnant, and you know what though, I give you, hands down, you guys are awesome still, no matter what, no matter the outcome. You guys hold the faith, and you know, I pray for you ladies too all the time, because you deserve that, you know, that happiness. Now, how are we gonna have more kids? Like I said, I don't know. My story is very different. I'm thinking about it because my oncologist is kind of like, hey, you're not getting any younger. But I know women can have kids past certain, you know, ages. And shoot, like, Alonso is going to be 18 and I'll be 50. Sorry.
With sisters, I can say that.
Because I had him late, right? I
Yeah.
had him late.
Well, I guess that was the same thing with me and Mom.
Yeah. Yeah. It really is. And you know what though? Like, I'm not in no hurry. Like, what worries me is like the after effects of having a hysterectomy. But again, that's a different story. And I'm just enjoying life right now. Yes, some days I have no hair clearly, but oh, excuse me. Some days I want to pull my hair out, the hair that I still have. And then there's other days that I freaking love my kids, and I love my nephew, I love my niece. Like, their learning experience. Like, she has the only girl in the family. The only girl. Like, everybody else are boys. And that's what I was telling my husband. It's like, it's insane because I grew up with taking care of boys.
Yeah.
And that was it. I don't know girls. And like, looking at Amelia now, like the few times that I've actually had the chance to take care of her, girl has a set of lungs on her, man.
Yes, she does. And she gets hot. She's warm-bodied like her dad. So when she cries, she gets so hot and like she sweats, and it's like, it's a lot sometimes.
It is.
But I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Would you have another one?
No. I don't. Like, I don't want another kid anytime soon. Or even, like, I've been asked this question by, like, a couple of friends. And honestly, my firm answer right now is no. Not because I don't want another kid. More so because I'm being selfish, and I love her so much that I don't see. I know it's easy to divide, like, to give
Attention,
love
yes.
to another kid, but
Right.
I don't see that. I'm very, like, just the way, I don't know, I give my love directly to, like,
Yeah. And this is something that I think will forever stay with us because, like I said, my parents tried the best. They did. Did we hear an I love you? Well, my era. Did I hear an I love you? Come hug me, that type of thing? Not all the time. I didn't.
Well, I say it to mom. Mom is still very, like, when I give her a hug, she'll, like, pinch me. Like, I don't know what it is with her. And then one day I did the same thing to my grandma, and I'm like, I love you. No, I went to go give her a hug, and she pinched me. I was like, oh, okay. That makes sense.
It makes sense. It does.
But it's not that they don't want to give you a hug. I don't know. That's just their form of endearment.
That's how they grew up.
And then I'm not
Straight up.
daddy's girl. She's daddy's girl.
I was supposed to be the boy of the whole family.
Well, no, I was supposed to be a boy. Literally,
Yes,
they told them
that's right.
I was a boy.
Yeah, that's
So, I don't know. Like, I'm just closer to my mom in general. So with me, our relationship is very, like, I love you.
I love you. Yeah.
Like, I love you.
Yeah, it's so true.
The
Because
only
me and my mom,
person really that we get a lot of affection from is Grandpa. I feel. But then again, I'm his favorite.
Grandpa is the only person that I think my kids, when I talk about, their great grandpa, they will remember him because he's the type of person that if he can get on the floor and play with them, he will.
He would, yeah. Like, he babysat me, so I think by the time I was in kindergarten, he was retired already. So he would take care of me. He would pick me up from school. My grandma and my mom all worked together, so he would pick me up from my house. He'd do my hair. Yes, he would do my hair. He was the only man till this day that could put my hair in a ponytail, pigtails. The only one. And he'd pick me up. He'd take me home to his house, make me lunch, go pick up my mom and my grandma.
So you can see where we
our age differences are, because they were already, so kindergarten here for us was a half day.
Yes.
When I was in kindergarten.
When you were in kindergarten.
She would have been in grade 8.
Yeah.
My brother was in grade 6 or 5.
Yeah, we have a in between, by the way. So I'm the oldest, the in between, our brother, and then the baby. But no, what I was trying to say was then you realize how we parent our kids, because we focus a lot on what happened to us, back in the day. And like my grandpa, like she was saying, my grandpa is the only one to actually, sit down and be like, okay, you're not moving from this table because you're doing math. Or you're not moving from this table because you're doing, planas, whatever.
I hated that. I was not one to sit down and do my multiplications or my addition. Like, we literally were not allowed outside until we were
actually finished. It's so true.
And, like, it helped, yeah, but do I remember my multiplications? No.
Yeah. I know. It is what it is. I mean, but are you done your makeup?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm. I do like the contour.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So if and when this video goes out, you guys are, wanting to sit down with us, I think I have a name for us. So this will go under my channel, still Life of a Buzz Hair Mama, but it'll be under a series, and I think we're gonna. I think I want to call the series "2 Sisters, 3 Babies." I don't know. I think that's what I think. It could be something different. What we want to do is we kind of want to just bring awareness to, everything, every part of it. I think our next video will
Are you
definitely.
sucking on that? Jeez.
I think our next video will be.
Yucky.
Get down, please. Oh my goodness. I think our next video will be more towards mental health aspect. Because I know my sister, she had a little portion of her life, and I mean, if you're comfortable, obviously talking about it, where, she accepted the fact that she needed help. And there's sometimes that I don't accept it, right? Because I was brought up a certain way, and that's how it was.
We both were. I went months.
So that, I'm pretty sure that'll be our next video. I think what we should do is post monthly, if we can. So you guys look out for these videos monthly. This is our first one, like I said. We all have kids. Even the brother that's not here, he has the oldest, our 12-year-old nephew. So we just kind of want to tell our story and see where it goes. So thanks, sis. Thanks for being on this video.
What's happening?
That's how much time is left.
Well,
So
I guess we did a good job.
So that's why I'm saying. All right, everybody, you guys have a great day and take care and look out for our next video.